Today's message is about extending the opportunity to those around you to be themselves and to extend them the freedom to be themselves. And we can see from when Yeshua walked up to the tax collector and the whores or the hookers, or wherever he roamed, wherever he walked, you would notice that the disciples would have condemnation and judgment in their hearts of what he's doing. Why is he doing this? That same condemnation and judgment is the reason why they're sitting over in the back and Yeshua's going, I'll go and do this on my own, because in Christ I can extend, in truth, I can extend to whoever it is, whomever it is, no matter what they've done in their lives. I can extend the freedom and the love to be themselves. And that's what we've got to learn too, is we've got to extend that freedom to be themselves. Doesn't mean putting yourself into a predicament. It means when you're in this place, the Spirit works. But when you've got condemnation and judgment in your heart, like the disciples had for Yeshua, of why is he where he's at? Why is he infiltrating all of these different places and doing what he's doing? That's wrong, that's right, that's wrong, that's wrong. And judging and duality between it. When really all Yeshua was teaching you is that no matter where you are, you can extend the freedom for them to be themselves. Because only then the Spirit now can move in and unblock the self-condemnation of whoever it is because of what this world produces. It produces these people to condemn themselves when they want change within themselves. And so if any of these disciples actually pushed Yeshua aside and walked up to these people themselves with this condemnation and judgment in their heart of what's right and what's wrong, and you're not allowed to be like that, or you're not allowed to do that or say that, if they walked up to this tax collector themselves with that condemnation in their heart and that judgment in their heart, then they are automatically blocking the Spirit and the freedom of the Spirit. They're blocking the outcome. They're blocking the Spirit itself because of their own condemnation. And it's only because they would condemn themselves. If they were a tax collector, they would be condemning themselves and judging themselves. So I thought this was a good message today, because I was sitting here and it's like, okay, well, a message is a message. Silly or not, say it. And yeah, so extend to each other today the freedom to be yourself. Because when you extend someone else their freedom to be themselves and to come as they are, then the Spirit can move in and can lead this situation and lead whichever way that is. And trust me, it's miraculous all the time. It's perfect all the time, and it leads you only into growth and beautiful things. It would lead that tax collector into redemption within himself without having to say, you need to redeem yourself, like the disciples were saying in their hearts and minds. So it's important to understand that what's in our heart and our intentions is it's important that we don't have condemnation on first ourselves and what we perceive to be true or not, or right or wrong. And then once we come into that place, then we can extend the freedom of that person being free to be themselves. And when that person feels free to be themselves, they won't block. They won't block. They will feel free to be themselves. And when that occurs, then beautiful things can happen in their heart and in their mind just as much as you. Because when that person, when that tax collector extends the same freedom to be yourself, Yeshua, let's say in this circumstance, to be yet to. He didn't block. He didn't tell him to leave. He was extended the freedom to be himself, and he also extended the freedom of like, wow, who are you? I'll let you be yourself, and that Spirit opens that up, and then the Spirit can start working and start freeing and changing the minds and the hearts of everyone around us. So it happens within us, and it happens within them as well. But don't have that condemnation in your heart and the judgment upon anyone. Instead, today, extend them the freedom to be themselves. Don't put yourself in situations, well, whatever. The Father is very powerful and strong, all powerful and all strong, so he can change any situation that you feel fear in. He can turn it into a perfect, pure, miraculous moment. So you could walk into the church of Satan right now, and if you had that fear and condemnation and all that judgment in your heart, you're going to be blocking the Spirit and the freedom for people to be who they are. But if you have that fearlessness of Christ in your heart, and you walk in, then miraculous things will occur. People will change. The Spirit can work on its own without your interference or your interpretation of what it means or what it is. That's the freedom we're talking about here. So have a lovely day, and extend the freedom to each other to be ourselves, and see what the Father can do with that.